Hey there, look, think, say, do. Lemons. Today is day 1,318 of What Shipped for Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business over a quarter century in corporate America while running for 47, probably 48 years if I remember where the clock ticks. Now, it's got to be 48 years of running businesses on the side, having my own businesses in different industries, like 27 or so different industries offline. And then a few years ago, I decided I was going to check out the online world. Following my divorce and some other changes in my life, I had the opportunity to decide, hey, what do I want to do? The kids are grown. You know, I've done these things with my ex-husband before and on my own. What do I really want to do? What do I want to explore? And I've always been curious about the internet, dibbled and dabbled, but never really did much online. Even my 35 plus year Italian food manufacturing business, we never had a website for it. We just didn't have one. We did everything word of mouth and offline. So today I am sharing what I'm working on as I've made that transition. And with COVID-19 and everything being up in the air, lots of people had experience with lemons that might not have had any lemons in their life before. We all had the opportunity or the challenge to figure out what we were going to do and what we are doing now. There's a whole new batch of people, millions of people that have been on compensation from the government in the United States at least, that this month are finding themselves with no compensation. So they've been living a little better maybe than they were, a lot of them before. That's why they didn't go back to work and continue to have that type of compensation. And now all of a sudden that is being cut off and they need to figure out, well, what am I really supposed to be doing? Because guess what? Nobody needs a year plus long time out from their life unless they're using that time to find ways to better themselves, to learn more, to be more, to grow, so that they can jump back into the world in a larger capacity. But I suspect, and I could be wrong, that the vast majority of the people in that situation did not do that, did not take advantage of that time and that opportunity to invest in themselves, invest in time and learning and education. We'll see. I think that over the next few years, we'll see what happens. I'm a firm believer in when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. That was our idiom and our expression for Supersize Your Business today. I'm a big lemon water drinker. I try to drink lemon water. I've noticed today when I was doing this that I haven't been drinking it the last few days. Thus, I still have a lemon. So I need to get back on that. It's a very good health habit. It helps clean your system out and give you more energy. So back to the lemon water. So that idiom, although it's often credited to Dale Carnegie from his book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, which was one of the very first personal development books I ever read, turns out that my parents were actually Dale Carnegie instructors back in probably the early 70s. And so, or whenever it was, I don't remember, but I remember that book was laying around the house, and so I was reading it probably when I was 14 or 15 years old. It was really interesting. And I'd never seen or heard of anything like that. And so it was fun to listen to them and talking about their experience as trainers for Dale Carnegie. My parents did a lot over the years that had a positive impact on us girls. I grew up in a family of all girls, and so there are a lot of things that we learned from them along the way by the example that they set. So it's often credited to him that it actually appeared in 1915 in an obituary written by Elbert Hubbard for a famous actor and entertainer who happened to be a dwarf named Marshall Pinckney Wilder, and he actually wrote it in that. Now, it's really interesting. I didn't know, but lemonade has been around since 500 AD. The ancient Egyptians drank lemonade, and there's actually a National Lemonade Day. It's the first Sunday of May is always National Lemonade Day. So I thought that was interesting too. I'm gonna have to make sure every first Sunday of May that I'm drinking lemonade from now on. Probably not too much of a hardship. I actually believe that life gives us lemons to make lemonade, but sometimes it gives us so many lemons that we need to make a lemon meringue pie, or we need to make lemon cake, or lemon something, but a whole lot of lemons. We need to find different solutions to the problems and the things that life sends our way. So my challenge, or my question for the people in the Supersize Your Business group was, what did you do? Share one thing that you did that's different than you were doing before the pandemic impacted your business. Now, a lot of people, it's hard, and it's been hard. I think well, hundreds of thousands of businesses in the United States alone have been shut down and shuttered because of the impacts and the shutdowns and the mandates that came as a part of COVID-19. Yet other businesses, other entrepreneurs absolutely positively exploded and thrived during this period. How is it that the same event, COVID-19, can have such a diverse and varied effect on different people and different individuals? Well, we won't answer that today, but I think I have my own theories on why that is. I know I was already in the online world when the pandemic started and hit, so for me it was less impact than for many other people. Excuse me. Still nursing that cold, which is why I should have been drinking my lemon water every single morning. It always makes me feel better. So we've all had to make changes and adjustments. I think the biggest change people have made is actually embracing the technology and the things that have been available to business owners and most of us for a really long time. But we weren't forced to use them, so we didn't. We weren't forced to change the way we did business, so we just keep doing it the same way we've always done it. It always takes some kind of a fire being lit under us, some kind of a change or challenge for us to normally change in our businesses. Unless you are like many successful business owners, you have a process and a structure for continuous improvement throughout your organization. I've been a firm believer in continuous improvement for decades now, probably because my education in college had to do with engineering, industrial engineering, quality, and systems and processes were my area of interest after I got out of college. I didn't have any interest in processes and systems when I was in college, but as soon as I got into corporate America, I realized that was a thing that could positively impact every department, every part of the organization. And the better they knew what they were doing, the better they could interact and communicate with other departments, and the better the whole organization as a whole would function and work together. And that became my thing in corporate America, was creating and helping to create and fix those things and fix the flow of everything through an organization. So that was our idiom today, was when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I'm going to change mine to when life gives you lemons, make a lemon meringue pie or lemon cake or something else that you like. Our annual challenge today, do one thing every day that centers us, you, from the little journal book, do one thing every day that centers you, it was from Mahatma Gandhi, and it's about happiness. And that happiness is when what we think, say, and do is congruent and consistent for us. And that is so true. So, does what you think impact what you say, and in turn what you do? And sometimes what we think is very different than what we say, and it's, again, even different from what we do. Why might that happen? Well, outside forces. If I'm in a staff meeting and there's a lot of disagreement, sometimes I'll speak up and sometimes I won't, depending on the topic and the situation, because I don't want to say things or do things or agree to do things that aren't consistent with my core values and what I actually believe. Now, again, depending on the situation, sometimes it's imperative that we speak up and we have those tough conversations and we talk about why we feel a certain way about a certain topic. Other times, it just doesn't matter. You know, in our families and our relationships, I think it's really important that we have clear communication. I will contend that, you know, part of the reason I'm not married anymore is because we could not talk to one another or communicate about super important things that we agreed on. But if we had any disagreement about anything, boom, it was like a crazy explosion of conflicting beliefs, and that's what it really was. It's always conflicting experiences and conflicting beliefs. So life gives you lemons, make lemonade. If you want to be happy, make sure that what you think and say and do is consistent and right and true for you. You know, we all have the opportunity every day to behave in ways that are consistent with who we are, who we really are, and what we really believe and care about and what's important to us. And we have opportunities to not be consistent, not be who we are, not show up, not take off all our masks and veils, and actually be who we are. Found out a long time ago that life is a lot less stressful and it's actually a lot more fun when you're being yourself. Does it mean I trip over my tongue and I cough during videos and I slurp my coffee? Are my lemon juice sometimes? Yes. Does it mean I say the wrong thing? Does it mean I pronounce things wrong? Yes. But guess what? I don't think there's another human being on the planet that doesn't do those same things too. So just be yourself. Go out there. Make it an awesome day. If I can help you anyway, ask. Go ahead and ask. Working on some business projects. Again, not at liberty to divulge them right now, but I will. They'll be coming out soon. And we will build up to and do the whole marketing thing to present them, and I'll share that with you and how we do that. But you know, some projects you have to get some legs under them before you move forward, and we're still putting legs on the table. You need at least 3 legs for the table to stand, so we're still working on some of those for some of those projects. Any questions? If you're stuck in any way, please ask. Don't be sitting and waiting or using it as a reason to procrastinate or quit because you've got a question and you don't know who to ask. Please reach out and ask, and I guarantee you, I might not know the answer, but I guarantee we can get you moving to the next step so that you don't feel stuck, so that you never feel stuck. Because one of the worst things to feel when you're out building your business is stuck and trapped and frozen because you don't know what to do next. And usually you know what to do next. You just need somebody else to help you see that you know what to do next, if that makes sense. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.